working at Milind Maharashtra. At the outset, let me congratulate Dr. Vaishali Deshmukh, Dr. Sanjay Phadke, and all the team members of Mind Body Medicine Conference and Workshop sign-ups. This is successful fourth year, and I am pleased to be associated with this activity. But today, I want to discuss with you about music therapy. Suddenly, in last few months, people have become more aware of music therapy because there are lots of messages circulating in the WhatsApp as to which raga is useful for which roga. So a sort of oversimplification is being made. But at least people are becoming aware, and it is good that time has come to seriously think about music therapy and work on it. Music is pleasing sound. It of course can easily be differentiated from noise. Music is in our blood, it is in our body, it is in our culture, and every culture has its own particular music. Maybe music actually dates back to antiquity. It dates back to pre-language era. Music evolved as the civilization and culture evolved and progressed. It is not an isolated growth of music. It is the growth of whole culture and civilization, and therefore it is interconnected. It is interconnected with our philosophy, our Vedas, our mythology, our science like yoga, Sankhya, Shat Chakra Veda, Ayurveda, astrology. It is connected with our celebrations, ceremonies. All our important life events are always associated with appropriate music. It is connected with our seasons, our activities. Music is singing, playing instruments, dancing. In fact, musical instruments like flute have been discovered made from animal bones, dating back to about 40,000 years BC. Now, nature is full of sounds of sea, air, thunder, rain, birds, animals. So, man must have experienced various feelings or emotions getting evoked by these sounds, various memories getting connected with these sounds. He must have started reproducing these sounds. So, music is a form of auditory communication between the producer and the receiver. But music has its own universal language. For example, is a lullaby sung by mother to the child. But even an African lullaby can soothe the Indian baby because it's a universal language which the unconscious or subconscious part understands. Conscious part understands the lyrics, the words, the poetry. Music does not actually have any survival value, but it adds great value to our lives. Music affects emotions, moods. Music can make people dance. When man invented words, he created language. Then he started making poems, lyrics. These, of course, enriched our musical experience. Man started telling stories in lyrics, singing ballads, expressing his love, his fears, his patriotism, his joy, his sorrows through lyrics. But in spite of all this, to tell you frankly, we still do not understand fully how our brain perceives and processes music, how it interprets it, and how this whole process affects our whole body, brain, mind, mood. Sound is nothing but airwave compression and expansion of the molecular structure of the air traveling to our ear and hitting our eardrums. The cochlear nerves have the nerve endings and they pick up these oscillations and convert them into neuronal signals which are then transmitted to brain in the primary, secondary, and then to tertiary auditory cortex, and to tell you frankly, there's the whole brain, right from cerebellum to prefrontal lobes, from limbic system to motor cortex. Music activates all of the brain. So it is often called as a cardio of the brain. It's a complete comprehensive exercise of all neural cells, activating different cognitive functions, different cognitive areas, emotive, motor, coordinating areas. It stimulates memory, learning, autonomic nervous system. It coordinates the right and left hemisphere. It harmonizes the music, the rhythm, the tempo, the pitch, and understands the octaves. It improves attention span and focus. I remember a child of about 19 years old brought to me a few years ago for short stature. The child was quite hyperactive, wouldn't sit quietly, and would keep on tapping on the table. On investigations and exams, there was no actual any disease or any hormonal imbalance. But seeing his hyperkinetic nature, I suggested the parents that they should try to teach their child tabla. The child should learn tabla. Tabla is an Indian drum. Then, as usual, we prescribed some multivitamins and called him back every 6 months to calculate growth velocity. But the child was brought after 1 year, and I was surprised. The child had changed. He was quiet, he was well focused, he was learning tabla lessons with seal and zest, had passed one exam of tabla of Gandhara Mahavidyalaya. His growth parameters had significantly improved. He had entered puberty and he was happy at his skill as a drummer. So music has definitely some great effect on our brain and body. Music actually consists of melody, harmony, rhythm, and tempo. Indian classical music is mainly based on melody, while Western classical music is based mainly on harmony. Learning music is a great exercise to most of the brain areas and also the neuroplasticity exercise. So making new connections. Musician's brain has been studied with functional MRI, PET scans, and it has shown more gray matter in many cognitive areas. Our ancestors had definitely great insights into the effect of music on our body, brain, and mind, our health and wellness, and our illness and our diseases. Lots of research has been done in Western music, and we need to do same in Indian classical music also. It is definitely proved and shown that music can reduce stress, change our emotions, moods, make us more positive. It changes our neurotransmitter levels like dopamine, endorphin, oxytocin. It helps to improve the child's memory, learning skill, improves focusing, cognitive skills. It improves our motor skills. It improves our attention span. It can help to treat insomnia, anxiety states, depression. It helps to social bonding. It can reduce pain perception and therefore is definitely useful in chronic painful conditions. There are reports that listening of Indian classical music before and during certain procedures like gastroscopy or colonoscopy definitely help to relieve the stress as measured by salivary cortisol and salivary IgA levels. There are reports that patients who are on ventilators in ICU, when they were made to listen to ICU, Indian classical music, 30 minutes, 2 times a day, they showed improvement in their own respiratory function, decreased the need for ventilatory time, their growth hormone levels improved, their CRP levels came down. indicating that because of improved growth hormone levels, their hypercatabolic state started decreasing. Patients undergoing chemotherapy, radiotherapy have shown better outcomes when music therapy is included or is added to whatever treatment is already going on. Doses of anti-epileptic drugs can be reduced with the help of adding music therapy. Patients suffering from Parkinsonism, dyskinesia or dystonia, those recovering from stroke, when they are tuned and trained with rhythm, beats, tempo, variable tempo, they make faster learning new motor skills and improvements. Patients with depression are often given music to sing along, or play along, or dance along, even along with their therapist in Western music therapy. But Indian classical music and music therapy is slightly different. As I said, our music is based mainly on melody, and this type of treatment is called as a Raga Chikitsa. The Raga Chikitsa definitely starts by knowing what is the disease, what are the symptoms, what is the activity of the disease, how long or lifelong is the disease, and how long the treatment is likely to be in the form of music. Whether music therapy is to be given for some months or weeks, all this has to be discussed between clinician and the musician. And if the clinician is also a musician, it helps you further. It goes through variety of steps, like in Nadam. That means you give some tones or some vibrations like sa, re, do, and ask the patient to listen to it carefully. This is called as Nadam, Swaranusandhan. Then patients are taught about tal by clapping or tapping various talas. This is called Talanusandhan. Then they are actually taught how to listen to a raga. And then the prescription of the raga is given to the patient. Of course, the practitioner should be a very good clinician, very good medicine, good in medicine, and also should be having good understanding of ICM. One should work in collaboration with a music therapist. Our ancestors have investigated many things about music as a therapy. That is, which ragas are most effective at which time of day or night, which season of the year. Ayurveda has even advised which music is suitable to different patients according to their system of predosha. In general, the experiments done in South India and North India have shown that Rag Dalbari Karana, Khamaj, and Puriya are found to diffuse the mental tension, reduce acute stress, and help in insomnia. Rag Malnar can decrease the stressful personality or type A personality traits, pacifies anger, excitement, and even treat hypomanic states. Rag Jaijavanti can improve negative mood and gives calmness to the mind. Rag Todi, Bhoop, Bihar are known to reduce blood pressure, to help reduce the blood pressure. Different talas, beats are there. For example, Milind with a slow tempo helps you to calm down or relax. When fast tempos, more than 120 beats per day, such type of music helps you to or sort of energize yourself or arouse a response. So many claims are there. We need to do much more tests about this material and claims. It falls on our shoulders to scientifically and objectively investigate all these claims. Music therapy is definitely non-invasive, easily available, cheap, and ad-hoc therapy. I don't know whether it will be a sole therapy for a particular patient or not, because patients come to us or in any treatment quite late. But music definitely has a role as a preventive or self-care, sort of self-care, like exercise, proper nutrition, yoga, meditation. Same is true with music. I request that all of you must Find 20 minutes in the morning and evening to listen to classical music. Learn about music. Learn how to listen to music, how to appreciate music, and what is meditative listening. And one can do this at any age. The age is not a bar. It is your desire, your intention. And if you learn it, if you enjoy it, then this whole universal reward which humanity has earned becomes available to you. You must encourage your children, your grandchildren to learn music. This will definitely go a long way in creating a good personality, good citizen, a happy person. We must all enjoy music either alone and also together in concerts because that type of listening helps to release oxytocin and increase the social bonding. So, in short, music has a great role to play in our life, and I request that in this conference we have brought this topic to you for discussions, your suggestions. So, with this, I stop now and hope that this stimulates your thinking and make this topic open for discussion. I again once again thank Vaishali Deshmukh and her team. Thank you.